Hey, it's Cassie with Co-Creating Coaching and 5 Minutes of Meaning. Today we're going to be talking about how not to give up. So, one of the things that often can confuse people about creativity is that we think we have to start with an idea and move forward with that idea. This is a myth. One of the greatest myths about creativity is that it comes from our mind and that we start with an idea in the mind and then we follow that idea logically from one step to the next to try to create the vision that we have in our head. Now, here's what happens when we do that. We get frustrated. Things don't turn out the way that we planned, and we think that there's something wrong with us then, and we give up. What I do in my coaching is I teach people to let language lead them. Now, this can work in any kind of medium. It can even work with other kinds of circumstances, such as health issues or career issues. We have to learn to do two things: work with the materials that we have, and secondly, accept help. This doesn't always have to be help from a coach, although that's very helpful. It can also be help from finding what we find along the way, along the process. And our creativity can be less a matter of having a mental image that we then follow a map in a linear way to try to create from our heads. And instead, we can learn to let the idea go, let the preconceived notion go, and be more on the path of discovery, not knowing what to do next, and accepting help when it comes. I want to share with you a quick clip from one of my favorite movies. It's called Smoke Signals. And in this scene, the mother is explaining to her son how she makes fry bread.
Thomas said he'll give me the money, but he wants to go with me.
You know, people always tell me I make the best fry bread in the world. Maybe it's true. But I don't make it by myself, you know. I got the recipe from your grandmother. She got it from her grandmother. And I listen to people when they eat my bread. You know, they might say, Arlene, there's too much flour. Or, Arlene, you should knead your dough some more. I listen to them. And I watch that Julia Child all the time. She's a good cook too, but she gets lots of help.
So, do you think I should go with Thomas?
She's a good cook too, but she gets lots of help. So we've got a couple minutes left. I want to suggest an exercise to you that can help you with co-creating and finding your own creativity through letting language lead you. I'm going to read a list of a few words to you, and I want you to write down what words come to mind when I read this list. And then from your list, I want you to write a poem. What is the poem about? Your mind says. Well, you don't have to know. You can let one word lead to the next, and you can let language lead you. Here are your 5 words, and then I want you to share your poems with me if you'd like. Sandwich, baby, glass, green, door. Write down what words come to mind in response to each of those 5 words, and then write a short poem using your 5 words, not mine. You won't know where the poem is going, and that's okay. You are letting language lead you, and you are co-creating to discover what can be discovered when we get help and we use what's in front of us. Sign up for my newsletter below to get the July co-creating newsletter.